for joining us for another video. Today we're going to be going over our score predictions for game week 16. We'll do our best to see if we can get any closer to we did last week. So yeah, let's go straight into it.
Straight in. First game of match day 16 is Manchester City hosting Brentford at the Etihad. 12:30 is it? Nice.
12 could be an Aka winner, probably not. I don't think, but
some 12:30 kickoffs do ruin all of the Akas for the rest of the Saturday. So
and you'd think Man City are not really one. They're not usually one of them teams.
No, they're not.
But you never know. Before World Cup, do you think you'll see a few people being rested? That's what I was going to ask you as well before we kind of went into the predictions. You see this game week, do you think key players that have been selected for the England squad, for other teams that are in it, do you think they're going to be rested?
Definitely not.
They're going to play?
They're going to all play, in my opinion, because
just to get another
they
game.
don't care about the country.
Well,
as in they don't care that their players go into the World Cup in the fact that we still have a thing to win here.
About the
clubs.
That's what I'm saying. Do you not think some players are saying that to their managers?
I don't think the manager will rest them. I don't think he will. I think if you're someone like Callum Wilson and you're saying, Geese, I don't want to get injured last game because I just got selected, he's saying, you're playing, mate. I don't really care that you got selected for the England team.
But then if he pulls a stinker or something like that, you never know, and it could.
They're all selected now, innit? So it's done. So there's not really anyone.
On the other side of that, there is just keeping up match sharpness and stuff like that, match fitness.
That's why I don't think.
When is the first game? The 2020?
19th, I think the first game is. But I don't think anyone. I think that's when the hosts play the first game.
I
think England's game is the 20th.
Yeah. So what day is it going to be? The 12th. 12th and 13th is the last two.
Yeah.
days. So it's still you still get another week
7
off.
days.
You get a week off in it.
Yeah, which is similar to what they get in the Prem without the midweek fixtures, isn't it?
But they're travelling.
I don't think
build that and stuff like that.
I don't think they'll rest them in the sense that they won't make the squad. I think they'll come off after 67.
Yeah.
But I think they'll still start if they're key players, and Callum Wilson, Declan Rice, all these players are still going to play.
Yeah, I hear you.
And there's no EFL game between it, so they've got a little bit of respite as well. If they do get a niggle, they've got 7 days.
Yeah, I think I pretty much did my scores based on that. People would be starting.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
First one, which is Man City Brentford. What did you do?
I said 3-0 to Man City.
I have gone.
That's easy settler. They're 12:30. Get that win out of the way. They've done what they can before World Cup.
I've gone the complete opposite way, only because I need Man City to drop as many points as possible.
Yes.
But also looking at the fixtures, this is one where it does look a bit tricky for Man City. I don't know why, but Brentford normally turn up for these sorts of games. I don't know if they're going to do it at Etihad, but I've gone 2-1 Brentford.
You never know. You might, but again, you might see a bit of a. I wouldn't expect it from him, to be honest, but you might see a bit of a fall off from someone like Tony not getting picked for the England squad. You might see a few unhappy faces.
How old is Tony?
25, 26 or something like that.
So all he's got to do now is push on. He'll get in the next Euros and he'll get in the next World Cup. As long as he keeps improving.
Yeah.
He'll be 29 by the next World Cup.
I suppose he'll go something like that.
So that's not bad, and he'll make the next Euros if he keeps playing well. That's if Brentford stay up, which they look like they will do, because they're quite a solid Prem team now.
Yeah, for sure.
But
you're going 2-1 Brentford, yeah?
I'm going 2-1 Brentford.
More out of hope than
expectation. Yeah. I didn't look at XG, I didn't look at historical data, I just looked at the match.
You think Man City are obviously going to score, realistically?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Fair enough. Yeah, what's the next one?
Next match in match day 16, or game week 16, however you want to call it, is Liverpool versus Southampton at Anfield. How have you gone with this one?
I said 3-1. I think, hopefully, again, we've done this before where it's a good performance, beating Spurs on the weekend, it's a good performance. So hopefully you can go again. It's the last game before the World Cup. Mm-hmm. Again, just get a win, move on, and we go again in December. And we just it's kind of like you get a reset of the season for a month or so, depending on obviously how many of our players play consistently in a World Cup. A few of them will. Hopefully no injuries, nothing like that, and everyone just comes back as fresh and just different perspective, but leaving it on a good note. That's kind of why
I've kind of gone with I don't know if they're going to have a new manager in by the time, but just because of new manager syndrome, I've gone with 1-1. I don't think Southampton have enough to beat you, especially not at Anfield. I just can't see where they'll get more than one.
Yeah.
But I do feel like
They'll probably go ahead.
they might go ahead, yeah. But I don't know what's wrong with
up.
Liverpool. I'm just.
It's odd. We scored loads. You'll score a hatful of goals in one game, and then barely be able to create chances against your Leeds and Nottingham Forest and stuff like that, and you just can't get the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, it's strange.
But yeah,
I've gone 1-1, so we'll see what happens. You've gone 3-1.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see that one. It should be hopefully they actually pick it up and start winning, but we'll see.
This is it. Let's just get it out of the way and just get the win out of the way before.
Before the World Cup and then come back.
Come back fresh. Or hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. The third match is between Bournemouth and Everton. Two teams who don't know how to score. It looks like this season.
Well, no, they're just very inconsistent. I think Bournemouth will do well to stay up this season, in my opinion. But they have been turning some decent performances recently. Maybe not getting the results to back that up, but still
effort.
Yeah, against Spurs, for example. Who did they beat as well? I think they beat Brentford.
Who, Bournemouth?
Yeah.
Bournemouth beat Everton 4-1.
Everton.
Oh, that's the AFL Cup that was yesterday. They lost to Leeds, they lost to Spurs, but they played well in those games. They lost to West Ham, they lost to Southampton.
Beat Leicester.
So they beat Leicester.
They beat Leicester.
Yeah. Leicester's a good, and he lost 9-0 to you.
Yeah. So again, really inconsistent, but it's hard to pick up results in the Premier League. You're playing a difficult team nearly every week now.
Yeah.
And this is another one of them fixtures, really. And I think Everton will probably think the exact same as well.
Yeah,
it's another one of them where you don't know which way it's going to go, really. I mean, they've just beat them. They've just beat them 4-1.
Yeah.
In the League Cup.
In the EFL Cup, yeah.
Not a few days ago, so. I've gone with 2-1 anyway.
You've gone 2-1 who?
I've gone 2-1 Bournemouth win.
2-1?
2-1 home win.
I have gone for a stalemate again. I've gone for 1-1.
Yeah.
Like many games that we've guessed, like Palace games and Brentford games and all these other games, I just think they'll just basically cancel each other out is the right term I'm looking for.
You would think that really Frank would put players that would normally play back in for this fixture, and it should be a better result. They should beat Bournemouth. They should be beating Bournemouth. But I don't know, Everton. They're just strange, man. So
dodgy team.
And it's away from home, so anything can happen.
Anything can happen, to be fair. Going on to the next one, we've got West Ham hosting Leicester.
Leicester.
Over in... what's their stadium called now? Because as soon as you come out of Stratford, you can see it. London Stadium, I think it is. Like but yeah, that's where they're hosting them. How have you predicted this one?
I went for 1-0 West Ham. Yeah, there is normally a few goals in this fixture, but I don't know. It just could be a weird one. And West Ham, like we've said before, can restrict teams as well from scoring many goals, and this could be, I think, one of them stiff kind of games that one goal is going to make the difference, basically.
I think this one's going to be 2-1 West Ham. I think in a match where key players for both teams are both being selected for the World Cup, they'll want to prove that they're good enough to go, even though they've been already selected. They obviously still want to prove to their teams that they're really good and their heart's in it for them.
Yeah.
But I just think that challenges that we might see, or that we normally see, will go amiss in this game.
That's another thing, like intensity.
People will let people in this game week, I think. That, the intensity
but it depends, but then you could have the other side of it where players that are not selected
are just going
and for countries that are not selected,
running through brick walls.
Literally, they might really dislike people. I don't think there's much vicious people like that in football now. But
back in the day, we had Roy Keane going at people. We'd have everyone.
But you could see players that are like, he's going to the World Cup.
Let me kick him, innit?
Clear this guy quickly.
It's true. I don't think they think like that now.
Nah, but you never know.
Yeah, I think this one's going to be 2-1. I think West Ham will probably just nick it just because they're at home.
Yeah.
Probably a corner will win it. Someone will get up, like Zuma or someone will get up and nod it in.
Yeah.
That's how I think that one's going. Going in to the next one, we have got Spurs hosting Leeds, or Tottenham Hotspur, as many people call them. You know, we always say the Lane as well, and it's actually the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Yeah, that's what it is now. Yeah.
I'm not calling it that. It's the Lane. I don't even support them, and it's the Lane. So at the Lane, Leeds are going to play Tottenham. I think that's on the Saturday kickoff. It should be on Saturday kickoff.
Do you know what? If Leeds were at home, I would have said Leeds would win this game.
You reckon?
Yeah, but they're not at home. But I've still gone for a draw. I've still said 1-1. It could be a high scoring one as well. It could be a 2-2 or a 3-3, even something like that. Leeds are not often involved in games like that. But I don't know if Spurs are going to score that many, really. So I do think it's going to be a draw. I do think Conte is not going to be happy with another result, especially right before the World Cup. But Leeds will be very happy with a 1-1 draw.
1-1. I've gone same result, different scoreline. I've gone 2-2. I think these both teams can definitely score.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, I pretty much disagree with what you said. Conte is going to want to see something a lot more than what you saw the other day.
He says talking about Kane being feeling, what is it called? Like basically tiredness, isn't it? Like lethargy. 10 days before the World Cup. So it's interesting that if Kane even plays, he's someone that could go to Conte and say, listen, leave me out of this Leeds game, isn't it? Really and truly. You know, you've even been talking about that I'm tired, basically.
So just leave me out.
So just might as well leave me out of this one, and then I can go World Cup in it. But we'll see. I don't know.
Potentially, yeah.
If that happens, where are Spurs going to score a goal from?
Well,
that's why I still think they can score from somewhere. Obviously,
they got no Sonny either.
But there's not a clear option. Where are Spurs going to get their goals from?
Nowhere, basically. Well, I've said 2-2, so somewhere. In reality.
Yeah. But that's the thing, obviously, set pieces and stuff like that. Okay, but you can't pick out an individual really that is kind of able to come in and score a goal if Kane and Son are not playing, really.
Yeah, true. That is.
I don't really see it. Richarlison, I don't know what that kid's done since he's joined Spurs, but yeah.
Yeah, he's not done that much. But yeah, moving on to the next fixture, we have got Nottingham Forest, who sit plumb last of the table.
Plumb last?
Yeah, I don't even know if that's a saying.
Is that a saying? I've not
what is the actual saying?
It's dead last, no?
Is it dead last?
Yeah.
Don't know why I said rock bottom, that's the one I was
plumb last.
Plumb last.
And you've got it.
Do you know what it is? I need to eat fruit. I need something. Let me just say that again. We've got Nottingham Forest against Palace. Who have you said is going to take this one, if anyone?
Palace 2-0.
Palace 2-0.
I'm confident in Vieira's men to get a good away win just before the World Cup. And yeah, where would they be then? What's the table looking like at the minute?
The table, if Palace got a win, I think I need to...
They'd remain in top half, innit?
Do you reckon they'd remain in top half?
I think if they win, they remain in top half.
I will tell you right now, if it lets me, if it doesn't keep loading the wrong thing. Here we go. If Palace win, they will be on 22 points, which would take them up into 6th. Obviously, if no one else won.
But so if they win, they'll stay in their position, top half in it, really.
Stay in the top 10, yeah.
Yeah, top 10. So yeah.
Brentford can't even catch them.
And
they're on the same point.
Forest are, what is it again? Plum
last, apparently. I think I might have plum last. Why would it be plum last? There's no reason for it to ever be plum last. Plumber is like a completely different thing, is to do with pipes. Plum is a fruit.
I don't know where you've gone with that one. I'm not sure what you meant.
I just tried to give some entertainment value. You know?
You reckon?
You said 2-0.
Yeah.
I said 1-0 Palace.
Yeah.
I honestly think that they'll just be too strong. I think I'm the same as you. Vieira's men will get over the line in this one.
Yeah.
I don't think Jesse Lingard's going to do any dancing at his own stadium this week.
No griddies.
No, none of that stuff. He only turns up.
Maybe Eze or...
it'd be brilliant if he does it.
Or Elise or Zaha, one of them, like,
that would be brilliant.
Score a screamer.
He only seems to dance in FA Cup, EFL and Europa League fixtures. I need him to do something in the Prem.
Lingard.
Lingard, he just dances in cup games. You can have them cup games because none of the teams he's ever danced for has ever won the cup. They ain't lifted it. What's the point of dancing if you ain't won
Lingard,
it?
they've won. He's won a few FA Cups.
Won FA Cup?
Yeah.
Don't even think that geezer.
That's why he had quite a long career at United, really, as well, because He was decent. He scored goals in Wembley quite often. That was a.
He's danced in front of me at the Emirates.
That's why I don't like him in it.
That's why I don't like him. Yeah, 100%. I was about to throw something at him, and I was like, "Calm down, it's not that deep." So we both think Vieira's men are going to be too much.
Yeah.
They'll just stay in top half, as you say, and Nottingham Forest will be rock bottom.
Plum last, mate.
Or plum bottom.
Plum bottom.
Bikini bottom.
Bikini bottom. Yeah, there you go.
Bikini bottom's a better one. On to the next one. Newcastle versus Chelsea. How have you predicted this one?
I said 2-1 to Newcastle.
Oof.
The mighty tune.
You're going with Graham Potter losing again, are you?
Yeah, could be, what's that, 4 and abouts?
Yep.
4 and abouts?
Yep, that'll be history. They've never lost they didn't before we went to them. There was a stat, something like they hadn't lost 2 on the bounce in like 10 years or something like that, since 2009 or some crazy year like that.
But yeah, Newcastle they're on top form and they're going to be at home again. That's going to be important for this game.
Callum Wilson buzzing.
Well, if he plays again, I'm
don't worry,
we got Miggy. He got Super
Messi.
Miggy Almiron.
Yeah, we got the Messi. We got Newcastle.
We got the Paraguay Messi.
He's a legend, that kid.
Super Miggy Almiron. Yeah. So you never know.
2-1 Newcastle. You gone?
Yeah.
I've gone high scoring. It's probably the only. So yeah, there's another game I've gone high scoring, but this is a high scoring one, I reckon. 3-2 Newcastle.
Newcastle are going to stay third.
Mate, Newcastle are third of the table.
They're going to stay third.
This is going back to Alan Shearer times, mate.
Literally.
This is Newcastle. No, this is the real Newcastle.
Santiago.
Look at that form.
Santiago Nunes.
What a movie. What a movie.
Santiago.
Almiron reminds you of the geezer in the movie with the long hair that always gets dropped. You know the guy that always partying,
Gavin.
in trouble. Yeah, Gavin.
Gavin, what is that? I forgot his second name.
I can't remember his name, but he was a mess, that kid.
No, Almiron Santiago, bro.
Yeah,
he's doing amazing. So he's gonna go. He's gonna sign for Real Madrid. If he carries on this form, Real Madrid might look at it like, let's get. I don't know. What's our fans like in Paraguay at the minute? Losing a few to Newcastle.
Get shirt sales.
Oh well, let's sign Almiron then. We'll get some Paraguay fans over.
It's true.
They probably already do have millions, but.
I'll take that. Going on to the next one, which is my team going over to Wolverhampton. We got Wolves versus Arsenal. How have you said this one's going to go?
I did say that I think you would be second by the time the World Cup came.
We can still be.
You can still be. But I thought that draw might have come against Chelsea.
It's not happening. I told you we were going to smash them.
Wolves are still a weird team. And you've not performed too well away from home this season.
No, definitely.
Despite winning, which is another thing, that's still a good sign. You haven't played well, but you've still managed to get over the line in games. So that is another positive and a way of looking at it. But I've still gone with 2-0 Arsenal win. I don't know why I was waffling and saying
2-0 Arsenal win.
Yeah. This was the game that I would have expected you to win in it. Out of the two.
Yeah.
And they're both away, so you've passed the first test.
I think this one gets easier now, really.
It should be able to.
And
you should have enough motivation to fully know. The Chelsea, if you lose the Chelsea game or draw...
Yeah, you maybe lose this one, draw this one.
No, I don't think lose, but maybe draw. Maybe more of a chance of a draw.
For me...
Because City would be top. If you
City would have been top, yeah, there would be a point.
So you're thinking already, wow, we're most likely to not go.
No, City would have been level, but they would have had more goal difference. So and they've got 7 more goals, so considerably more goals.
Yeah. But no, I still Arsenal will get over the line. They'll have enough motivation just before the last game of the World Cup. The last game before the World Cup, sorry. They should think we can still stay top all the way until Boxing Day. That's a massive motivation. So yeah, I do believe you'll be able to get over the line.
Yeah, I've been saying it now for about 3 weeks. But this is the week that Gabriel Jesus scores.
I was going to just say that as well. I was just going to say that as well. I don't know why.
He's got to get
he hasn't scored like 7 games now. Yeah, so I reckon he'll get 1. So
he's getting a hattie.
Hattie.
He's going to put it all to rest.
Maybe.
And he's getting a hattie.
Maybe.
Right before the World Cup. I've said 4-1 Arsenal. Because as you all know, as I say every single week, when I know we're going to concede, we've got someone called Gabriel. And Giza loves doing stupid stuff. But saying that,
your
had a blinder against Chelsea.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, it was marking Aubameyang. I could have marked Aubameyang. He had 8 touches the whole game.
Your games get fiery against Wolves sometimes.
Yeah, they do kick off, and they.
Wolves,
Oh no, Costa's.
Wolves like to stop you lot
Costa's
from
not
playing.
there. Costa's not there.
They make a lot of fouls normally. They like to stop you lot from playing, and you like to stop when they try to counter as well. What's going on with Adama as well, by the way? Anyone
I don't
seen
know
Adama?
I don't know what he's doing.
He'd be perfect to play against like the big teams, innit? Or even bring him on.
But you know what it is though, which is
for
weird.
Countering. Like it makes so much sense.
Adama for me is someone like when I saw him first, I was like, this geezer's unbelievable. And then I watched him against some teams, and all they do is back off, and he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
When players go to him,
that's enough. That's not his fault. It's enough of it.
No,
if
but
there's a
I mean,
factor, then that's
not even that. But
positive for
then
him.
that's fine to have the fear factor. But then because the defenders let him have the space, he doesn't know what to do because he doesn't have to think fast. Everything he's got time with now, and his crosses are poor. He doesn't get to the line and put it back enough. I don't know what's going on.
It's a strange one, but he could still pull it back.
I mean, he'd be playing against Zinchenko or Tomiyasu, who could cause them a very big problem.
That's what I'm saying.
If
he's
Wolves,
knocking it past Zinchenko,
it's long. If I was Wolves, I'd put him on the opposite side and have him up against Ben White because Ben White's got no pace.
Yeah.
Zinni's got a bit of smartness about him. Zinni will drop off and let him, and he'll win the ball off him, intercept him. But Ben White's getting yellow all day long.
I can definitely see that.
That's how both of us see that one. We both said Arsenal win. And we'll stay top.
Stay top before
Keep winning,
Christmas,
mate. I can't even see a red thing. Everyone else has got red. See red, Tottenham, red, United, Arsenal. Green.
Green.
And
Same
one
as
draw.
Newcastle as well, don't they?
Green, yeah, I know.
Same thing.
Unbelievable form. That's what I was saying. You lot, I gotta look. Down. You're down there. You're down there.
Draws in there. We got 4 draws as well. Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about, man.
Mate, Newcastle have got 6
realistically,
draws.
if we're like looking at top 4 now, which we should be more realistically looking at now,
Top 4,
the draws need to stop, man. The draws definitely need to stop, man.
You've got the same draws as losses. You've nearly got 5-4-4. You've nearly got sat score.
Championship.
5-4-4.
That's middle table championship form. That's like Palace. Look, Palace and Fulham is basically
they are 5-4-4.
Yeah,
exactly.
And Fulham's 5-4-5.
So Fulham done better than you in stats.
They've played one more game though.
No, I'm saying in stats, innit? They got 5-4-5, innit?
Oh,
you only got 5-4-4.
Literally, it's
you lot are rubbish at science and English. You got 5 in maths.
5 in maths, yeah. That is about right as well.
Going on to the second last game, we have got Brighton, who are hosting Aston Villa. Unai Emery's Aston Villa.
Unai Emery's Aston Villa.
Yeah,
that's a big coup, I think, for Villa.
Oh wait, we got Man United Villa tonight as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, 8 o'clock. Is that his first game actually?
No, Unai Emery won against them 3-1, didn't he? Beat them. That was his first game.
That was his first game?
He beat them.
Okay.
That's why I was buzzing. I was like, they're going to win.
So he's going to play against them
again, within a week, yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Sorry, that was my waffling. Brighton versus Villa. How have you predicted this one?
1-1, mate.
1-1.
Yeah.
I have gone for the same total goals, but different result. I've gone 2-0 Brighton.
You're not believing in Unai Emery's Villa to get a little cheeky away result?
Mate, I've witnessed Unai Emery firsthand, innit?
Unai Emery's Arsenal.
Unai Emery's Arsenal, innit? And one week they'll beat Barcelona, next week they'll lose to Barnet.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think this is going to happen where Brentford are... And
Brighton,
to be honest... Sorry, Brighton, not Brentford.
Yeah.
Beating Chelsea...
They're doing well, man.
Drew at Anfield.
Yeah.
Not as free.
Scoring goals as well, yeah. It's not like a
goals.
goalless draw. It was boring. It was
fun.
Were threatening as well.
Yeah. And they scored as well. Trossard had a good game, and he's been good for the whole season.
Trossard Hattie.
Yeah.
I think he's on a free.
Unbelievable. What, next year?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Someone's going to pick him up. Probably United.
For sure. Well, we'll see.
So you've gone draw.
Yeah.
I've gone Brighton win.
It was a game I wasn't too sure about. That was my one this week. It was more like...
There's always a few of those.
Yeah.
There is always a few of those. Last game of match day 16 at the cottage.
At Craven, at the
down
cottage.
by the Thames, we have got Fulham hosting Manchester United.
I've gone for a massive home win. Massive home win for Fulham at Craven Cottage. Just to add on to a very good season that they've already started having.
Yeah. 9th.
Fulham. We were saying relegation.
We were saying relegation.
But at the same time, but this time they didn't really add too many players.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah, where you see a Forest they had a whole new squad, 21 players they added.
Yeah.
Fulham kept their championship players that got them to there for the most part.
And Mitro's actually scoring now in the Prem.
You've got Paulinho and Andy Pereira and like players that added.
From Man United, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Good players.
So...
You said home win, but you haven't said the score.
I've said 3-2. That's what I'm saying. Big... One of them games. Last game of
half the season,
16,
basically. Yeah.
Last game before the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll be a fiery one.
Do you know? Obviously, Fulham have played one more game than United, but if Fulham win, they'll be a point behind United. 1 point behind Manchester United.
See, they've got that motivation as well.
Why
not? Why not? You're at home. Why not?
You'll be 6.
It's the last game that you're going to play for a couple of months. Why not go for it? And then you're a point behind United when you come back.
Pretty
That's
much.
not bad, is it, for the first season back in Prem for a little while?
It's not bad at all. And before we wrap up, I will actually run through the XG at the end because I think it's more helpful to do it at the end rather than in the games because you get confused. So, Manchester City are meant to score between 2 and 3 goals. Brentford are meant to score between 1 and 2 goals. So it's looking like you're kind of right in your predictions.
Well,
it could be close as well. Yeah, I could nick it. Could go Brentford's way. Liverpool, I've got to look a bit further down here. Liverpool should, but you still got a really good goal scoring record because you scored like, was it 9? 9 against Bournemouth. So Liverpool should be scoring between 2 and 3, and Southampton should be scoring between 1 and 2.
Yeah, 3-1, mate. 3-1.
Yeah, exactly. You got Bournemouth who should be scoring between 0 and 1. They've got the lowest XG in the league, 0.77. Bournemouth, yeah, horrible XG. Don't even get a goal a game. It's nearly less than half a goal, which is mad. Everton, not much better to be honest with you, 1.1. So they're looking to score between 1 and 2. So it could get very tight in that game. I think our predictions are pretty good on that one. We've got West Ham, who are quite high up in quite low, in the table where I expected them to be. They're between 1 and 2. We've got Leicester, who should be scoring between 1 and 2 as well. In the bottom half, man, scary.
A lot of these are still between 1 and 2.
All of them, yeah, all of them. Spurs, what have we got? Spurs between 1 and 2. Leeds between 1 and 2. Leeds are quite close.
Yeah.
Forest, we've got between 1 and 2, just over 1, which is getting better from where they were last year. They were on 0.99, so they've done something. They've pushed it. And you've got Crystal Palace, who are pretty in the middle of the table between 1 and 2. You got Newcastle, who should be scoring between 1 and 2. I'd say their one's going to be pushed between 2 and 3 soon. They scored loads of goals.
They're scoring 4 a couple of weeks in a row now, isn't it?
And of like the modern top 6 that you would say, Chelsea have got the lowest XG of 1.26. Like, you're talking really low in terms of lower than West Ham, who are sitting like near 14th, 15th at the moment. So really low for them. Even Brentford have got a higher XG than Chelsea, which is mad when you think of it. So Chelsea, again, scoring between 1 and 2. Wolves, quite low as well. They're below 1, 0.97. So they'll be getting between 0 and 1, which is like...
0, mate. They're not scoring.
Yeah, probably not.
They're not scoring.
But we do have Gabriel. Arsenal, decent. Between 2 and 3. That's what I like to see. We've got Brighton, who are at the upper echelons of the table that they would be kind of saying anyway. They've got 1.85, so again between 1 and 2.
Good.
And Aston Villa down here between 1 and 2 again. And then we've got Fulham, who should be scoring between 1 and 2. And Man United again probably be 1 and 2. And they're actually really close. Man United, we've done this like 4 times now. United are on 1.42 and Fulham 1.41. So it could be high scoring.
I think it will be. I think that will be probably the highest scoring game of the weekend.
Yes. I think actually
the last game.
I think what we can do next week to actually stop just saying 1 and 2, 1 and 2 between the XG, because that's pretty much what it seems. Is we just mention who's got the highest and who's got the lowest. Pick out the teams, like 3 teams with the highest, 3 teams with the lowest, and see what games they're playing. Because I think most of them are between 1 and 2 when you do the averages now.
Yeah, because like I said, if you say Arsenal, there should be a clear difference of Arsenal should score at least double Wolves' goals, isn't it?
Yeah.
Basically.
They should, yeah, because Wolves are 0.97.
Historically, in the previous games, they should score double Wolves' goals.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, so we can use it to do them kind of stats rather than just saying 1 and 2. So yeah, we'll do that better next time for you.
Awesome.
Yeah, next time we'll do it. Thank you very much for listening. We've been Prem Pods, and we'll see you all again soon.
We'll see you again. Take care.
Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure hosting you. Have a great rest of your day and see you all again soon.